Hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Night Live with Frankie Day and the crew and the model Shipways. Canton Extreme Clipper by Donald McKay, the famous flying fish. Tonight's video is we're going to continue on the flying fish. Last night we had a wonderful night cleaning up, getting all the dust off the mighty billing boat, Spanish Queen Isabella, the Spanish galleon. We got her all squared away. Now we're going to go back on the flying fish here. And we're going to go ahead and construct the timber heads on the poop deck and the pin rails and do some painting and other things we'll be doing onto as well. So follow along with me with the kits you got in your workbench, or get your favorite beverage out. Make sure the kids are in bed. Make sure mom is taken care of first. If we do anything, come back to your man cave and join me and just for chuckles and laughs and giggles, or just kick back and watch and build along with me. Okay, we got about 2 watching, 2 thumbs up. We got Hellcat 777 on the chat board. Others will join in. And we'll get started here in a couple minutes. Okay. Three watching, three thumbs up. On the chat board, we got Hellcat 777. We got Mr. Daniel Britt from upstate Maine. He's with us. He says, good evening, Frankie, to all who popped in. And Britton also says, do you get a chance to become shellback in the Navy, Frankie? Yes, I did. I've been a shellback how many times? Maybe 15 times. It takes once to be a shellback to see your service record. I crossed the equator about 15 times in my naval career. Instead of being at the receiving end, I was at the giving end. I was painted up. I had to kiss my belly and everything like that. And guys were eating out of cans of beans and everything out of the can. And we picked them up, threw them over the side. They've initiated the shellback. On the law of King Neptune, over the side you go. 1 to 2, 3, a heave a ho, over the side you go. You'll be baptized by King Neptune. You're no longer a pollywog. Right over the side. And it was good old days, you know. That's probably one of the best days of my life when I was in the Navy. I can tell you all 1,000,001 stories. I can tell you a story right now that just came to my mind. It's crazy as hell. When I just came off the PBR. I was taking my first ship. The first duty station I had I was in Cam Ranh Bay in Vietnam. I was attached to the 3rd Marine Division on PBRs with Peppers out there. They had Mercury 1,300 horsepower jet ski motors, internal motors. They didn't have screws. They were jet motors inside. They were both made out of fiberglass. He had a crew of 3. I was boat captain, and I had 2 guys. They had 50 caliber machine guns. He worked it. We cut forward and aft. We had the radar operator that operated the radar and stuff. And I was attached to the 3rd Marine Division. I was there for about 16 months in country. Right out the. Oh, that was rough. I thought I was a goner out there. I said, how in the hell am I with the Marines? I'm supposed to be a Navy man. They always called me Uncle Squidly. Hey, Squidly, what you doing? I said, oh, pretty good there, ground pounders. What you guys up to? Not much. As we're going to do today. Same thing we did yesterday. We're going to hog the coast right there. We're going to get ourselves a couple of AVAs right there and come back. We want to get some Falstaff beer and have a good time. Get that out of patrol. And the first ship I got on after that was a converted livery ship, USS Oxford, AGTR-1. And at the time, I was Seaman's first class, going up for boatswain's mate 3rd class, because I already passed my military qualifications test, also my leadership exam, and also the boatswain's mate rating itself. And the last watch I stood was on the fantail. Well, back in those days, we had cameras on there, regular Polaroid cameras. They weren't swingers. They're called Polaroid land cameras, 360 models. And you guys probably seen them before. And they fold in, you push a button, and they fold out. They got a timer in back of them with a flash bulb. Boof! Pull out the film and turn a timer. It will tick 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 tick. Ding! Then you just pull up paper. You got a picture of you. I was on the fantail, standing to watch. At sea, I want to tell you something. I know this. Everybody's talking about the Titanic. How come you guys don't have any binoculars tonight? Wouldn't do no good. Even those guys have binoculars, wouldn't do no good. I did that before. I started a fantail watch at nighttime. I was curious what I could see at nighttime with binoculars. I'm going to tell you something. All you see is 2 black holes magnified 20 to 1. And you can't see nothing out there. Nothing. You go up like that, you look at the sky, it's like a big old spotlight rise from the stars. But you can't see nothing. 2 black holes. And I was out there standing a fantail watch, and we had the seaman first class came up to me. What the hell is that? It was Peterson, Elmer Peterson. He comes from Georgetown, Pennsylvania. And he was camera happy all the time. We had a scrapbook about that much of pictures. Took about guys about shit. He always took pictures all the time. We always called him cameraman. Hey, cameraman, how about taking my picture? Okay. Boof, took a picture like that. Well, at nighttime, I was standing mid-watch from 12 o'clock at night to 4 in the morning. Before I stood to watch, went down the galley there. They called mid-rations. You call it mid-rats. Get yourself a cup of coffee and a couple of sandwiches. You can take it up to your watch and eat it. And stand your watch. That way you have a little food and a little coffee and you stay alert. And I was on the fantail. It must have been around 1:30 in the morning. I was about ready to rotate to the port wing. You just stand your watch for every hour. I was on the fantail, and cameraman comes out with one of those cameras at nighttime. You know what happens at nighttime? I have a flashbulb on it. Hey, Frankie Day. Poof! Doggone. All I saw was snowballs, white lights in my eyes. You son of a bitch, I'm going to break your damn neck when I get out this watch. You dirty bastard. I can't see. You blinded me. It took about 45 minutes for me for that stuff to go away. When I get off the watch, I said, I'm going to get even with you someday. You wait and watch and see, buddy. You wait and watch and see. I'm sorry, Frankie. I was taking pictures. I know taking pictures. You could have blinded me. I thought I lost my eyesight. 45 minutes I suffered. Well, I got back at him. Same thing did to me. About 3 months later, I was off the watch bill because I was supposed to make third class. So I was walking around making sure guys are pushing their watches correctly, don't want to sleep or slacking off on watch. Especially on that the steering. All the guys go to sleep down there, you know. And I catch these guys, I write them up because they are on watch. You don't sleep on watch, especially in wartime. And there he was on the fantail. I said, oh boy, I'm going to get even with him. I ran down to a locker, pulled out a 360 land cam by Polaroid, put a fresh flash bulb. They're square cubes, a fresh flash cube, put it on my camera. I walked up to him. Hey, Peterson, how you doing, buddy? Hey, boof. Look, now you know how it feels. I'm blinded. How long does this last? 45 minutes, buddy. 45 minutes. I got even with him. But you know, that was crazy. But you know, you gotta watch this. Well, I guess I had it coming to me. I can see good now. Man, all you see is white bulbs. That's all you see. 45 minutes is little white flash bulbs for that camera. That was it. Yep, Neptune's baby. That's what I was. I had a big old mop. I got it out of the doggone the shit storekeeper out of the store locker. I took the mop hat, I put it over here like it was long. I put a crown on me, and I was one of the guys that picked him up and threw him over the side. You know, and I know where King Neptune. Yep. I think I got my. Where is that stuff at? I think I got my Navy stuff back here. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I'll move this ship out of the way because I want to get back on this a little bit. Yeah. Oh boy, you guys in for a treat. It's Saturday Night Live, boys. Here's my old ditty book. All the pictures when I was in the Navy and stuff. Here's a picture of me in 1944. No, 1945. And my little tractor right there. That's me, my little red tractor. That was my Nelly Bell, my little fire engine I had. I was living in Hawaii at the time. I was so hot out there in Hawaii. I was born with black hair. My hair turned blonde. Yeah, 1943. Yeah. That's old Frankie Day right there. What was on my phone? Best name. It is dinging. Okay. Yep, it's dinging. That was dinging. One of them online, so I'm on mine right now. Okay, where's mine? It's over here. Yeah, I'll show you guys some stuff. Here's all the places I've been. I've been in Cuba, all through there. I've been all over the world, boys. All over the world. That's me when I was in the Navy. That's me in the middle right there. With my sailor bells. That's my girlfriend's right there I had when I was in the service. Here's me right there in the middle. Right there. I was in the old Navy, boys. Let's see here. There's a ship on USS Oxford. I think I was sitting. Yeah, I was standing right here. Picture me right there. It's not very clear, but right about here. We're in Vietnam. That's Antoy Bay. There's some of the natives out there too that we had. That shows you how primitive they are. And they say they're the creation of the world and they do everything. Only thing they created is grass huts and grass skirts. There's people still dressed like that back then. Boy. Got cameras all over the place there. Yeah, I got more stuff coming here, fellas. Where's my golden dragon at? I got more stuff coming, guys. Here it is. It's old. That's my shellback, the Hollywood shellback. And here is the ship I was on. I was on the USS, the Minnesota, what was attack cargo ship I was on. And let's see here. Here was USS Doyle. I was on the USS Doyle. I was on a Livermore class destroyer. That was back in 1964. And they decommissioned her. Here's my oil tanker, USS Asheville I was on. Here's a Benny Boy. A Benny Boy is a Filipino homosexual. Let's see here. Got a lot more stuff coming up here. Here's in Cregador. I took a picture of this house in Cregador. Right up in the Philippines, Sangley Point. These are my discharge papers. It says Frankie Day. 1981, I was discharged United States Navy. I had 30 years of service. Here's a picture of me when I was a baby. Here's a picture with me and my father. This was taken, 1945. That's my dad right there, the ukulele's on. And that's me right there. I was on the USNS Barrett. Being naval dependent, I traveled with my father a lot. And here's my dad's 1947 Lincoln. Here's me, my first birthday. That's me in the high chair right there with the cap on. Right, yeah, right there. My mother's standing behind me. Norfolk, Virginia. That's all my chums right there. People came to my party. I don't even remember who they were. I never knew I had a birthday party. All I know, everybody was circling around me. Oh wow, pair of scissors. I use those. Fantastic. There's so much ships out there. Oil tankers I was on. I was standing on the poop deck on the USS Ashtabula. You got the oil at this tank out in San Diego. That was taking that Polaroid camera I was talking about. Oh, Jaybird. Here's a picture of me living in Virginia right there. That's the last time I wore a pair of shorts. I got beat up one time for wearing shorts because he called me a sissy boy. But now I don't wear shorts no more. My mother took that picture of me. I had curly hair. We just got back from Hawaii. You can tell I'm an old school guy, you know. Oh yeah. It's an old beach van they used to have. Do everything all the way from California, a little Volkswagen. I used to put my surfboard right on top of there and everything. Oh yeah. I got more pictures here. I got a little place, guys. Look, my daughter's got in the house. Yeah, I'll show you a little more of this. We'll get started on the flying fish. Let's see. Yeah, what a picture. Can't find it nowhere. Check here. The picture me, I got back from the Howdy Doody show. Here's the old ship I was on. This is the Minnesota. That ship's company up there, all out there. She was in a pier ship. Oh, a picture of my baby brother. Here's my brother just died. That's a picture of him right there. Like a bunch of Stewart mates with that hard cap on there he had on there. That picture taken 1978. Any more pictures of my ship. You don't have stuff like that no more. Might be my other book right there. Oh well, I'll find it somewhere. I got more of these pictures, guys. Hello, I just gotta hunt them up. Well, that's a small sample I went through when I was in the Navy, fellas. Oh yeah. Every ship I sailed on, Daniel, were World War II. Some were 1939, some 1940, some were 1942, and yeah, they were very very old ships. I was on the side one time in the bosun chair. I had a chipping hammer. On the side of the hull of the ships, you got these little eyelets sticking out. You swing your chair over, you grab that eyelet, you run a line through there, you hook up your bosun chair, you pull yourself up. That way, you can paint underneath the ship. You want to come over, pull up an eye, you'll swing away from the ship. Then they'll bring you over again, and you swing like on a swing. And you grab the eyelet again, run your line through there, pull your bosun chair up beside the hull of the ship, and paint. Well, we had some rust on there. Of course, you know you got to take a chip hammer, take that rust off, and sand well with a wire brush and take some red lead paint and spot on your red lead. One time I was on that Oxford right there I showed you. I mean on Minnesota. I took a chip hammer, bunk, went all the way through the hull. I go, damn! Right through the hull. I was right there looking at the CPO's wardrobe there. And they're sitting there having coffee. And I yelled to her, I see you, Chief. I see you. They all look around like this. I stuck my finger like that. You can see my hand like that. They go, what the hell? And they went up topside to see me. They said, can you knock a hole through the ship? Ain't my fault, Chief. This thing is itching. This thing should have been retired a long time ago. I bet this whole ship's going to go through like that. Jeez, take it easy. No more doing like that. Okay, get on. That was that was good old days, buddy. What year were you in the Navy, Daniel? During the Vietnam War or just after the Vietnam War? Look at children here. Oh boy. '75 to '79, 4 years. What was your rating? Were you deck force or your supply, radarman, boiler tender, machinist mate, gunner's mate? Oh, machinist mate. Yeah, Malcolm Mack was machinist mate. He was machinist mate second class. He ran the evaporators on there. He was on the USS Oklahoma when he died aboard that thing. You know, he was the poor guy didn't have a chance in hell. He was in a, went down the spring hatch into his damn control station was after steering. It was on deck, so we had all the way aft. You seen the old spring hatches? They open up like this. When they close down, they dog from the top. You can't get out. The only way you get out is from the guy top side and let you out. Just turn around, turn that wheel, and pull that spring hatch up, and you can come out of there. But of course, you all know that the Oklahoma, if you turned turtle, he was underwater. I mean, I imagine he drowned down there. And auxiliary machinist mates. So were you in the evaporators right there? We've always had freshwater aboard ship, you know, because of the machinist space. They work down there in the evaporators. They change that, convert that salt water into seawater into drinking water. We never had air conditioning aboard ship when I was on. Always hot down below. Most of us slept up top side. I came out of boot camp. They issued me my sea bag, a daddy bag, and my hammock. Hello, Dingy. Welcome to tonight's show, buddy. Me and old Daniel Britton from upstate Maine were talking about Navy stuff. I just got them showing him a bunch of Navy pictures of me and my ships I was on. All the hydraulics and plumbing. Oh, I follow you. Yeah, exactly. Well, I got out of the I came back from Nam doing my first tour out there. I came home for a 30-day leave. In that 30-day leave I had a report aboard the USS Oxford, AGTR 1. And somehow they got my orders mixed up with somebody, not my rating. Because I was going for I was boatswain rating. But I was already seaman first class already. I was going up for third class bosun's mate. And the damn devils put me as a fireman, as a BT. I said, wait a minute now, I'm no snipe. I'm a bosun mate. I went down there and I put in a request to my division officer to see the XO. Because you got to go to the XO if you go to the captain's called a chain of command. So I went to my chief. The chief gave it to my division officer. The division officer gave me the green film to go see my XO. So he checked my service record. So what are you doing down in the hole like that? That's where they put me at. They told me to go down there. I said, I'm a bosun mate striker. And he said, we'll put you in first division. So that's exactly how it's supposed to be. Well, I was down there in the engine area. It was hot down there. I mean, hot. And my job was the boiler tender. And man, we kept blowing boilers all the time. You had fire sides, water sides. You had to shut down the boiler. You had to put new brick inside the boiler and everything. What a job. I said, man, that's not for me. I'm going up topside. So that's when I filled a request to my chief, to the division officer, to go see the XO. And they put me in first division where I belong at. They put me on the watch bill. Well, I wasn't on the watch bill very long. Let me tell you another story about it when I was a Navy. I was on the forecastle. My job was to, on the bulkhead, the bulwarks along the side, I had to spot red lead and paint it haze gray. And I like to paint. And our Chief Hill, he was the chief bosun man. He walked around with coffee all the time with either alcohol with shaving lotion in it or rubbing alcohol. He'd walk up to me and go, what are you doing there, boats? I said, spotting out those bulwarks. Well, you like to paint, do you? I said, you know something, Chief? I said, I consider this like one of my models. Models? What do you mean models? I'm a model builder. Oh, you build model ships? Yes, I do. You consider this one of your models? Yeah. Only difference is 1-on-1 scale only. So I laughed at that. So this is like a big model to me. I like to paint. He goes, well, you do a hell of a good job. And he said, keep doing that. This is make lead seaman out of you. I said, you did. So you're on PBRs before? I said, yeah. Jesus, what duty that was. That's exactly what it was. I was boat captain. And he goes, well, I'm going to put your coxswain on one of these Mike boats here. I said, that'd be fine, Chief. But right away, had a plan B. Next day, had what's called quarters, mustard and quarters. After you have chow, 8 o'clock, after you pipe down colors, you stand in rank, and your chief comes up to you, and the division officer's with the chief. Okay, shitbirds, here's the lowdown. I want you to slush out that windlass right there. We get the high line wire needs to slush out all the way from the brake drum up to the sheave of the king post and down to that snatch block. Looked at me, Day, I want you to do some more of that painting. You're pretty good at painting. We'll keep you painting. He goes, Miller, you're going to the loft. Your job is to slush those high wires, also those halyard lifts, and go all the way from the boom up top of the king post. Okay, Chief. Well, he climbed up to the king post. He got so high that he froze. He looked down. He gave it one of these. Chief goes, what are you doing up there, shitbird? You got a lot more ways to go. That ain't the king post yet. I want you underneath the yard arm up there. I want you to slash out that snatch block and take that slushing and come down and slush down the rest of that line right there. I can't go, Chief. What do you mean you can't go? If I have to come up there, I'm going to throw you off that darn thing. I said, I'll get him down, Chief. Look at me and says, how you supposed to get him down? I says, easy. I'll go to the bosun locker and get a bosun chair. I'll rig it up top of the king post on the yard arm. And put him on the king. I'll put him on the bosun chair. And I'll lower him down. And I'll hop on the bosun chair with that 5-gallon bucket. So you ain't going to do no such thing. Yes, I will. I'll get him down. Says, you scared of heights? No. So I went and got a 5-gallon bucket full of that black grease. It's called slush grease. You got these cables go through your windlass. You got to slush them. You got to keep oil on. If you don't, they'll rust on you. And so you get them down. I'll get somebody else to go up topside. I got better places to view. If you see enough to go up there, give them down. I don't want you to get stuck up there. I throw both of you guys off and go over the side. Don't worry, Chief. You have no problems with me. I went and got a bosun locker. I climbed up all the way up top of the king post. I looked at him and said, "Boy, you're in trouble, man. You're in trouble." Man, I'm scared. I don't want to go up here. You should have told the chief you're scared of heights, man. Now I got to go all the way up here and take his bosun chair and hook it up to that islet all the way to the top of that yard. Now I'm going to hoist you down. I got to go down that chair. Either go down, I'll throw you down. I said, you got a choice. Either go down the hard way or down the easy way. Stay where you are. I went up there, hooked up the bosun chair. I'll lower it down. I said, now sit on this chair. Well, he goes, will it fall on me or something? It ain't going to fall. I got control of it. You got a 2-fold block up here. You're not going to go nowhere. Get in the top of that chair, lower you down. He sat in the chair, and I lowered him down. And I pulled up the bosun chair. I sat in the bosun chair, lowered myself down. The chief said, that's a good thing you did. So you're off the watch bill. Now when you're leading seaman, he goes, come here, knucklehead. And it says, pack your stuff out of the division, get your part sack in, try stuff, take it with you. You go with mess cooking. They sent him mess cooking. That's the last time I seen him. I was off the watch bill. That's one of my stories there, fellas. So it wasn't heroism, it was just something. Somebody had to get him down, you know. And the chief was very amazed I wasn't scared about that. Said, sir, you know what kills people? And it says, he goes, what is that? Fear. Fear itself is your worst enemy. If you fear fear, fear is going to kill you. You can't be scared. But being scared can hurt you, can kill you. He goes, that's right. But anyway, they bounced in mess cook and it got me off the watch bill. And guess what? I wasn't with a paintbrush or a wire brush or a deck crawler anymore, or down the bosun locker, making up back splices on a vanilla high line and working down there with a big old fid, making eye slices on big hauser line, mooring hauser lines. Those hauser lines are the best thing around. You got to take a big fig, about this big, it's wood. You got to run through the spans, pull that line, pull it through as tight as you can, fig back over, pull it tight as you can. Then you take marlin and wrap it up with marlin on there. Season with marlin after that. And that's why a lot of boats have big old arms like that. I used to have big arms like that. For doing that. So no more of that. I was walking around just making sure we're doing the job. So that little good deed I did to get him off that doggone king post got me up the watch bill. Okay, we got 5 watching and 5 thumbs up. Chat board is starting to get filled up. With us tonight, we got Hellcat 777 with us. We got Mr. Daniel Britton from upstate of the great state of Maine. And we got Dingy all the way from Texas. He's with us. And soon we have other fellows that will be joining us this evening. Right now, we're going to get back on the Sea Witch. Yesterday and today, I got all the timbers and the pinwheels done on the main deck. Right now, I just finished the timbers on the poop deck. I got it on the fantail on the transom back here. I got timbers there too. Minus waterways, go into the waterways on the poop deck. And over here, I got to go ahead and finish putting in the timp heads through here. And I've already got the pin rails prepared, ready to go. I'll take the camera out a little closer to the job. You see what Frankie Day is doing here. Right here, I got my pin rails there. I got the holes already pre-marked. Always do these holes first. You don't want to glue these on the side and do that because the chances are they'll break it off here. This is pretty strong. It's pretty well secure. This stuff ain't no joke. This bill glue is very, very Very good stuff. I like this Billy Glue. And I normally use Type Bond. Type Bond is very good cement too, but that Billy Glue really does the job. It don't take long for it to get hard to do that. So once your temper head's on there, I'm going to do the pen rails. Once they dry, I'm going to go ahead and paint. I got tape on here to protect paint getting on this deck. And I don't want this deck burnt with paint. So I got tape on here. And I'm about ready to lay down some more because I don't want to get no paint on this thing. Okay. Here's a gauge right here. I cut off of the plans. Check my squareness as I lay down my timbers. These are your timbers. Here's your pinwheel. I showed this on video number 2. Here is my main deck. It's right top of here. All one piece. A lot of guys takes 5 pieces. They do 2 pieces up forward because your valve bends. You know the curvature of your valve, how it comes in. They got 2 pieces up there to complete the curve of the cap reel. The back here, you got 2 pieces back here. You got probably 5 to 6 pieces you got to make. But the tip is this, guys. When you're doing stuff like this, make it entirety right there. There's not much simpler to do. Like I say, before you put all this detail work on, once this hull is completely sanded down perfectly, ready for painting, you turn the hull upside down and you trace the whole hull around a piece of 1/32, 4 foot by 6 inch plywood. Plywood comes in different dimensions, different sizes. Some are 24 inches by 3 inches. Some are 48 inches by 4 inches. Some are 5 feet by 6 inches. So I get the biggest one they got and trace this out real good. And it fits wonderful. So once those timbers are all painted along the bulkheads, and the pinwheel is all done, all painted, next thing to do is I'm going to go ahead and stain this. After that is stained, I'll go ahead and glue it on top of the bulwarks, right on top of the gunnels. Before I do that, I'm going to mark the holes for the mast. And I'm going to use a pen vise to make a pilot hole. And then I'm going to drill it using my drill. And once this is all painted, before I put the tap rail on, the mast hole's got to be drilled first. Once that's all done, I'm going to take out polyurethane over there. Put polyurethane the deck to protect it from getting paint and stuff on it. And also Missouri planking on it. And that's what we'll do tonight. And we'll have a chat as we go along. That's the problem. I knew I liked painting too much. That's why he took me off all on duty and stuff because he knew I was striking for postmate 3rd class. And he said, I never seen anybody in my life in the Navy that likes to paint like you do. And it says, was there a painter in your family? Did you paint for a living before you go to the Navy? I said, no, sir. I said, I'm a model builder, Chief. I build model ships. My father was a model builder, an ex-Navy man. And I learned my modeling from my father. And I consider this ship a model, just 1-to-1 scale. That's the only difference it is. Well, geez, that's a crazy way of looking at it. He said, well, maybe crazy, but it's my way. That's when the guy froze up. That's the last time I had a paintbrush in my hand and a wire brush. Because when he froze up on that king post, I went up there and got him down. He says, "You're off the watch, Bill. You take your hammock, pack your sea bag, get the hell out of my division. Report to Chief Asmussen, the leading chief of the commissary, and report for duty to him. He's now one to be your boss. I hope you can cook. That's where you're going to be. I don't want you." Nobody wanted the guy for that. And he walks up to me. "Everybody thinks I'm a coward." I said, "No one's think no such thing." I said, "Your biggest screw up is you should tell the chief you're afraid of heights. You don't want to do it." "Oh, you said, Chief, I can't go up there." The chief says, "Why?" He says, "I'm afraid of heights." That's all you have to say. He would have signed for something else. I could have went up there. So, like I told him, you made a bad choice going up there. You wasted time. Plus, you could have killed yourself being scared like you were. And I said, you get yourself in situations like that, you can't be afraid. Because I was doing pretty good going up there. Exactly. The biggest problem was you look down. You look down. If you went all the way up topside up there, look up that bosun chair and got used to it, you would not have been scared. I was afraid of heights. I can't. I go 10 feet off the ground. I'm afraid. Well, you should never join the Navy. But what you can do, we get a mine or something hits a ship or something. You got to jump over the side. So see him mess. They could put him in the scullery washing dishes. Of course, with no dishes, Navy is the real square pans they had. Stainless steel, silver pans that we had out of. Yeah, it was good food to me. It really was. A lot better than it was when I was eating the sea rations when I was with the Marines. Vietnam, we had no fresh food at all. Nothing but sea rations. Those guys were thieves. A lot of guys stole your sponge cake. The two favorite things they liked in Vietnam sea rations was beanie weenies and sponge cake. Sponge cake is like a pineapple upside down cake. And it comes in the little jab cans. God damn, somebody stole my sponge cake. It wasn't me. And once in a while, they have luau parties out there. And we ate pretty good. We ate a lot of rice out there. To this day, I don't eat very much rice. Rice will keep you alive. You can live on rice. But it has all it is starches. You don't have no food value at all. I'll keep you full. Well, then they warm up the coffee and continue shift's work on the sea witch here. Okay. All righty then. Okay, I made video 2 of this here. And on the video, like last night, I was pondering last night. I was getting kind of serious with this flying cloud. After cleaning my Isabella last night, it kind of inspired me to make a whole build series so this thing is done. Because I'll be working on this thing every day. Then why? Because I got no super glue at all. This is my main glue I got. Go back to old school rules of putting models together. Because back in my days, when I was building models when I was young, wasn't no such thing as a super glue. Super glue will spoil the hell out of you. You'll get to the point that you can't build a model without it. So you don't want to fall in that trap. Only difference between super glue is it dries just like that. This stuff here dries very slowly but strong. So there'll be times when I'm doing some gluing on this model or painting when it's drying. I'll put it aside and I'll bring out the builds. I think what I'll do is I'll make a daily video of this, working on this, and for live action, at night I'll be working on some models. I'm going to work on that B25 that Mr. Daniel Britton sent me. That'll be tomorrow night's, Monday night's live stream. I'll be working on that. That's going to be the air Apaches right there. And I'm trying to get a hold of my son-in-law so we can send away for some 1/32 decals for the air Apaches from a B25. Because I've got one here that I have. I think about that about 5-6 years. Okay, I'm really sorry, guys, about that. I guess I moved the canvas and cut it off or something. Are y'all still with me? Okay, good. I don't know what happened, guys. Please excuse me about that. I'm still here. Anyway, about the B25 right over here. Zero above it. Boy. Okay, nothing lost, Mr. Christian. Nothing lost. Hello. Hello, Tony. Man, I tell you, it's been a long time. You okay? I was just getting really worried about you. I haven't seen you in a long time. Are you feeling that better now? Oh, wow. Boy, I'm very deeply sorry, buddy. I know exactly how you feel. I really do. I know exactly what's going through your heart, and I feel I'm really sorry, buddy. I really am. My condolences. On your cancer treatments, are there any improvements to it, or is it slowed down, or they got rid of it or something? Jesus. Beautiful. God bless you, buddy. I am very happy it's gone. That's a blessing from God. Now you can be with us for a long, long time. Okay. All right, guys, I got the pinwheels all ready to go here. All I got to do is finish up the timbers right across here. When I get done with that, I'm ready for some painting. Now I'm going to cut up a bunch of timber heads right now. That's good. That's very good. Now, modeling would take your mind off things. You're with everybody, with me and everything. You know, you'll be okay, buddy. Like I said, I'm very deeply sorry. I mean, your mother is living in a lot better world than what she has been living in and like we all living in. And like I said, I look at the world we're living in, guys. All this like being in the military, you're in boot camp, and as soon as you graduate from boot camp, you graduate into a better life. What about building these model ships? They're very relaxing, and you know you ain't gonna get it done like that on a snap. Boy, ships like this is like watching a flower bloom out in the backyard of your house, you know? The flower will just pop out of the ground. You're waiting for it to bloom. That same thing will work on these things. I've always had a love for clipper ships. I think they're very beautiful. They were the greyhounds of the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean. Now they're long gone. All that's left is movies, historical books, and novels. These nice little mats right here. I got millions of them. My son-in-law says you can have as many as you want, Pops. You can have as many as you want. I said, I'll be using them. Lately, I've been using this doggone wooden board here. I don't like working on wooden boards. But they cut up too easy. If this gets messed up, flip it over to the other side, throw it away, get yourself a new one. No muss, no fuss. I think I watched a good movie that with John Wayne in it. It's called Weep the Wild Wind. A lot of clipper ships. Wake of the Red Witch is a good one too. Always use my gauge, make sure they're straight, make sure they don't do that to you. A little bit too wet. That's good. Oh, come on. That's good. My dog took me out for dinner. We went down to Texas Roadhouse. Had a 12-ounce sirloin steak, big baked potato with cheese, bacon, sour cream out and butter, blooming onion, salad, a couple glasses of Coca-Cola. And man, I'm about as fit as a beaver right now. I don't know if it's Father's Day or not. I really don't know. Sorry about that computer going down there a while ago. I don't know how. I think what it was, I stretched out that camera right there. It went on me. I gotta watch that. more glue here. Yeah. There's right there. And pinwheels just do on the side here. I'm gonna let that dry first. Like that. Wonderful. Okay, get the glue off there. All righty. While it's drying, I'm going to do some painting right now. Check the chat board right now. It's a long time, buddy. A very long time. Like my mother and father, they've been married for a little over 70, about 70 something years. Oh wow! Thank you, Daniel. God bless you, buddy. Tony, Titanic is coming very well. I'm glad you mentioned that, buddy. It's a good question. I'll answer for you right now. Here she is, son. I'm starting a photo etch. Working on more photo etch on top of the boat deck and also around the officers' quarters, and I'm working aft. Come on, quite good. Titanic's coming very swell. Okay, we'll move a painting here, guys. I was looking at a lot of builds on the internet. Not too many on this on the internet. The Flying Fish. They got one fellow. He comes up from not too far from where Daniel lives at, Massachusetts. And his name was last name is Wilburn. Peter Wilburn. He's building a model just like this, except his is a different format. His is plank and frame, the new edition. Well, I've seen the plank and frame one. This kit here is more superior. Found some whites. I've got some turpentine. And the oils right here. I scored it there, add a little turpentine in there. That's all I got for white paint, guys. I'd rather use latex on here. But it seems like it has good coverage, works good, and dries fast because I got a lot of turpentine in there. And oils, they go on forever. When gluing pinhools against here, if you guys got a model like this, always make your holes first, like I showed you. Like I demonstrated a while ago, because like I said, it's a lot easier making get that repaired out of the way than doing it on the model, because chances are you can bust off that pinrail up there. You're gonna have a hell of a time gluing it back on again. So you don't want to double your pleasure. Do it once. Also put that cap rail like I showed you. It's very simple to do. Not rocket science there. You take your bottom of your hull, put it upside down, you trace outside the hull along that, and cut everything out so it don't look like a cap. Before you know it, you just have a one-piece cap rail. You won't split your wood that way. Coat of white paint on there. Make sure that white paint is completely on there. No natural wood showing through. Yeah. Yeah, fantastical. Oh, good. 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 Very happy. Okay. Let's let it dry. Take it away. Come back and switch down the starboard to the starboard side. Yeah. Yes, it is, Tony. That's a Trumper 1/200 scale Titanic. Yes, she is. I've also got this one here, too. This is a 1974 minicraft Titanic. I'll tell you, anyone wants to buy Titanic, it's still a good model. This is my 1974 Intex Titanic. Lights up too. We got the adapter right here. And she lights up pretty well. Yeah. Oh. Nothing wrong. How's the bowl so much? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we got Melissa Models on. I got Matt all the way from Canada. Yeah, my mojo's always going good, guys. That's all I got left. You know, I build all the time. You know, not one day gone by I don't build models. I may slow down a little bit though, but I keep it going. Right now, my mojo's going up. I'm working on this beautiful clipper ship here. I model Shipways, and this is my Donald McKay extreme clipper ship, Sea Witch, one of the 5 of his famous clippers that he designed. Yeah, it's a beautiful looking ship. See, he had that. We knew how to build these things. Okay, let it dry over there pretty well. Flip it around and start side, get that pinrail on there. That's a highlight. We got leather in there. Just fits in there. The hole for the third post over there. Where's that? Where's that hole? Oh, there it is. It's perfect, man. It's right in those pentacles, real good. Okay. Just get out of the way. Okay. Okay, Tony says and hit the old fart sack. Tony, again, I'm very deeply sorry, sir, about the demise, about your mother passing away. She's living in a better world now, and she waiting for you someday. She's like my parents, they're waiting for me and everybody else. And I'm very happy your cancer is gone. That's a blessing right there. So that's one thing that you won. You beat cancer. That's very great. It's all gone now. You get a good night's sleep. You feel better in the morning. And thank you very much for showing up tonight. I'm always wondering about you to see if you're okay. And you're okay. I'm happy. So get us a good night's sleep, buddy. And thank you for popping in tonight. Okay, Matt from Loose the Model Design says, good stuff, Frankie. I'm low on my mojo right now. Good to see you building. It's like I say, I'll build all the time. And I'll keep it going. You guys keep me going. I'll keep you guys going too. Okay. You guys protect the deck. I want no paint on there. Okay. Pinnail number 1 to go on there. So I should check the plans. There's good sand in there. Okay, good. Good. Go, wonderful. Okay, kind of put that going on there. This is a straight shot, so I ain't got no curve like I did there. I had to seam the front end a little bit to make a bend with the dowel. Good. Dry some of that crazy glue, super glue. That's something done just like that. This one slows down right here. Is the waiting time for that glue to set. Get done. I'll go ahead and mark these masthead holes. Go on the deck. I'll leave the calipers, including my plans over here behind me. And we'll see how far we're going to go there. I'll take for the bosun. Break of the bosun. Be back a couple seconds, fellas. I gotta use the restroom. Hey, like I say in Honolulu, Hawaii, hang loose. I'll be back. We're gonna drill out the holes in the deck. We're gonna shellac it, pin that pin, and move that pinwheel down on the port side. Let it dry, and we'll go on with the rest of the video. So please give me about 5 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Megan, honey, can I use the restroom right now, please? Thank you, dear. Oh boy. Joyous, Bell, joyous. I'd take a head call. Okay, where was I? Right. Okay. bigger drill. Chuck into it. Okay. Well, got my holes drilled already. That's where the capstan goes at. Okay. I think let's go back over here. Capstan fits here. Big deal. And the hole drilled here. This is a small hole done the drill. I got to put a big one in there, a big one right here. And the mismas goes on top of the house, so I can't do that until I get that this main house here. And the overlay to it done. Goes up over here like so. And that match fits over here. That'll be your mizzenmast. Right here. You got a main mast fits here. Foremast fits here. I drill a hole for the capstan because we got this locating pin fits here. We'll go to a hole here. I can drill a hole here for the other capstans over here also. This we painted, I imagine, with a mahogany color. That's the plan saved. I do some research on the paint schedule. Everything else is pretty well correct. Okay, let's see here. These are painted already. These are painted. I think this is painted too, hasn't it? Yes, it has been. I'm going to cut these off. Had the pin rail there. Let that dry. Then we're going to go ahead and now. Okay, so we got on the chat board. We got 8 watching and 14 thumbs up. Tony went to bed. We got Matt Luce and Malazine still with us. And Daniel Britton, still with us. And we got and we have Wildcat, Hellcat 777 is with us. So we actually got 3 on the chat board now. You fellas still with me right now? Good. Danny's still with us. Wildcat's still with us. The Hellcat is. That's great. Alrighty, I'm gonna go find a bigger drill. I'll be right back, guys. A couple seconds here. I should have all this stuff ready before I had this live stream, but my goal is to go ahead and clip these off here, temper heads, get that pinwheel glued on there, let it dry overnight, enlarge these pilot holes here for the mast. Then I'll go ahead and start lacquering the deck here with polyurethane. Let it dry for the night. Save some more work tomorrow. Give me about a couple seconds, fellas. I'll be back. I'm gonna go there in my old garage next door. I'll keep my stuff at and get me give me a big drill and finish up my masthead holes here and go onward. Okay. All right, boys, here I go. Back. Got to get a bigger drill now. Always take a small drill, then make the big one after that. Okay. Perfect. Good and clean. Oh, okay. Okay. Glue this on there. Damn. Bet 1,000. Gotta give this room a good sweep down. We're moving that tonight. Excellent. We're going to pin it all down right now. We're doing some temporary heads. Let it dry. We'll take one will go good. When it starts setting, it dries. Good. Let it set and dry. Okay. Okay. there. I'll do that last. Tomorrow, I'll lay the cap rail, stain the cap rail on here. Yeah. McDDB, JMDSCY says I'm watching the longest day and watching you. That's good, buddy. We got he's with us also, and we got Doug Rum's 75. It says out here, Frankie. Thank you very much for joining in tonight, guys. We're going to stay on another 15, 20 more minutes. Right now, that thing's dry. It's got the gluing the pin rail back over here on the cow. Wow. Get the pin rail on there. It's drying. Got the holes drilled. They got to be bigger. I got to get a bigger bit. I will find one tonight somewhere. But that's got to be a bigger hole there. Then I'm going to go ahead and lock it down the decks here. Okay. And go a little deeper. I'm going to go ahead and move this a little closer over here, Sam. On top of here. See the plans now. Oh. Good. Straight. That's straight. Yeah, if I had a bigger drill bit. I had to ream it out with that damn plow. It don't work too good. gotta have these. This mask would work very well. Just like that. Just gotta get the mask I can use. Right there, so I don't lose it. I've got 2 more to go. Use for bring that thing out with. Oh boy. Ooh, that was actually ready to happen. Okay, everybody, I think I'll call it night tonight and let this thing dry. And I got to do some more drilling in this hole tonight. And I'll have live action tomorrow. I'll work on the B25 tomorrow. And yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. And we're going to have a good night tomorrow night. We'll work on the B25. I just got a fun drill, guys. I'm going to ring that's amateurs doing this. I just got to get a bigger bit to open up these holes bigger so I can fit my mask. I got my mask boot on there right there, which fits over here on the decks there. But I got to make these holes bigger because I can't slack this deck down because these holes are completely cut out and will accept white, so accept the doweling as the mast. Okay, everybody. I want everybody to take care of yourselves tonight, and thank you for tuning in. And God bless everybody. Make mama happy. Take care of little ones. Stay focused when you drive. And please be aware of your surroundings and be good. And say your prayers. And may God bless. We'll catch you guys tomorrow night. We'll have a good night tomorrow night. And we'll have the B25 going on a live stream. And tomorrow all day long, we'll work on this, posting another video on this. So I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight who's watching. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful for everybody. And thank you very much, Daniel, for the glue and everything. Take care of me on it. So I'll get you guys back. I promise I will. You guys take care and good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. This is Frankie Day Models signing off. I love you fellas, and take care. Bye, boys.